afternoon, everyone. It's me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean, and I'm so excited to lead you guys through an awesome cardio and strength focused HIIT circuit. So today's class is meant to get you really sweaty. I want you to keep that in mind as we get down on the floor for planks towards the end of our set. We're really going to eliminate a lot of the breaks in today's circuit. So we're going to work for 50 seconds and then a quick 10-second rest before we move on to something else. If you find that you need to give yourself a little bit of a longer break, that's absolutely okay. Especially if you are a beginner trying out a HIIT circuit, 50 seconds is a really long circuit for us to be pushing for. So we've got 8 minutes where we're pretty much moving for a solid 6 of those minutes, 6 plus, because of breaks, those little 10-second breaks. So put on music. If you have an opportunity to turn on your favorite high intensity jams, finding a beat makes it so much easier to keep the energy going. And I highly recommend that you have some water so you can grab some water between each of our 3 rounds of moves. Yay! Other exciting news is someone's gonna help me hang these curtains later, as beautiful as this towel situation behind me is looking. All right, so we're gonna start with our warm-up at 12:15, which is 2 minutes from now. So you still have time to clear your space. A lot of today's moves are standing. Hopefully you'll easily be able to see me on my mat for those mat-based workouts as well. I recommend grabbing a variety of weights that you have. If you have 2 somewhat medium to heavy weights, and maybe you have 1 slightly heavier weight that you can use for like our side weighted lunge with the lat raise, or if you want to challenge yourself and you don't have 1 heavier weight and your form is still good and you can find that front lat raise holding onto 2 separate weights, you're here to find challenge to make change. So welcome to today's workout. I can't wait to hear what you guys think, and I hope you're ready to push yourselves. All right, grab some water right now before class starts, just a little bit, and we'll start our warm-up very shortly. Very shortly. I kind of wish I had a coaster. Oh my God, that's the first time I've ever wanted a coaster in my life, and I turn 40 next month. Is that what happens when you turn 40? I was taking a walk in my neighborhood while we have some pre-class time, and I found this vacuum robot. Free. Works. I almost cried tears of joy. That's how you know you're getting old, that a vacuum that you find on the side of the road makes you that happy. My neighbor's name is also Jessica, and she seemed equally thrilled that I was thrilled to find this. Do, 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 do. All right. Great news, it's 12:15. So let's go ahead and get into our warm-up today so we can get right into our workout. We'll start nice and easy with just some little lateral side-to-side step taps with some shoulder rolls. Already go ahead, change the direction of those shoulder rolls. We're gonna get our arms a little bit more involved with the workout. Single arm. Now double. Keep it up, back to single. One more time, find those doubles. Make sure that you are still breathing. A big overhead reach. We're gonna tap it out. I feel super uncoordinated right now. Awesome. Reach to the opposite side. You're extending. 8, 7, 6, Pull those hands all the way down to your waist. 5, 4, I know, we added an extra. 3, 2, 1. Let's go for some up and downs. Up, belly in, touch those toes. Or as close as you can get. Okay to take a slight bend in your knees. Keep it up for 8, 7. As you squat down, keep that weight in your heels. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Come back to that side step. Let's give a little roll back and switch to a hamstring curl. Already starting to feel warm. 8, 7, keep those elbows high. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, overhead press, switch to high knees. I'm keeping my high knees nice and wide. Still bringing those elbows down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Go ahead, open those feet about shoulders width distance apart. Come to a half lift, opposite toe touches. Keep that belly tight, weight in those heels for 8, 7, 6. Squeeze those shoulder blades together as you lift your hands back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it to a squat. Take those hands to your knees. Drop one shoulder down. Your choice. Make sure you're still breathing. Other side. Give yourself a couple cat-cows down here. Warm up that spine. Cow. Cat. Focusing on that breath. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Slowly roll it all up. I want you to either come back to that side-to-side step tap or come into a boxer shuffle. I'm going to show you the moves for today. We're going to go through them pretty quickly so we can get right into our workout. All right, first up, we have a squat with an overhead press. Now, if you don't have any weights, you can still really just work on finding some extension. Think about squeezing your muscles to find some contraction. So for this one, you're gonna stand with your feet about hips width distance apart. Squat down, keeping that chest lifted. Stand up, overhead press. If you want, you can even turn those wrists forward and come into an Arnold press. Your choice. That's move number 1. Move number 2, we're going to go for burpees with a mountain climber. So coming down to the, at the top of the mat. Okay, awesome. If you want, you can either reach up or take a jump. Maybe just come onto your toes, bring your hands down, step or jump back into your plank for mountain climbers. Then step or jump back up and find that extra lift. That's move number 2. Move number 3 is a side lunge, weighted with the lat raise. So we're just gonna alternate each side that we step out to. As you step out, make sure that your knee and your toe are pointing in the same directions. Actually, we'll touch down to the floor as we step out. Find that lat raise in the center. Touch down towards the floor. Make sure you're shifting your hips towards the back of the room and a little bit more weight in your heels instead of your toes. If you're taking it easier on yourself, if you can't find that big lunge, just find some sort of step to the side. See if you can find a slight bend in your knee. Keep that chest lifted and just modify right here. Move number 4. Straight arm jacks are gonna come up the first time. So just jumping out and in, bringing those arms up overhead, trying to land light on those toes. Beautiful. Next up, Romanian deadlift with 2 upright rows. So once again, standing with your feet about hips width distance apart, taking a slight bend in your knees, hinging forward with a nice flat back till you feel the stretch on the back of your legs. Lift up, make sure you don't overarch that back, and give me 2 big upright rows with those elbows leading. Next up, we've got a plank. We're gonna switch up our planks each time that we do them. We'll start off with a standard plank for the first 25 seconds. We'll find some movement. First time around, let's go for some alternating shoulder taps. And for the second half of the plank, we're just gonna hold it on the floor. Second to last move, tricep kickbacks with a pulse. So finding the weight that works for you. I might need to switch to a lighter weight for this one. Once again, feet about hips width distance apart. Bend those knees, pull that belly and hinge forward. Keep those elbows up and lifted. You're gonna extend back, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just curl in from the forearms, back, 2, 3, 4, 5, and curl it in. And our very last move, ab moves. First ab move that we have of the day is going to be alternate reaching toe taps. So reaching out towards the opposite foot, and then if you can, add in a leg lift. You can make this one a little bit more challenging by keeping those shoulders off of the floor, getting a little upper and lower ab work, or make it easier on yourself by keeping your head down or closer to the floor. And if you need to, just bending your knees and tapping your toes down. If you can't keep those legs extended all the way to the sky, work to keep your knees stacked on top of your hips to still get a little bit of lower ab work. All right, you guys, that's round 1. Let us not dilly-dally. I'm already sweating. Hopefully you are too, from just jumping around, staying warm. Our first move, once again, is that squat to overhead press. We start in 3, 2, 1. Oh wait, hold on, I lied. If you're wearing a smartwatch, I'm going to encourage you right now to tell your smartwatch that you're working out. Let's see how many calories we burn. How does our heart rate do in today's workout? All right, now we start in 3, 2, 1. Keep the weight in those heels. We got a squat, press. Now, you're not just throwing these weights up to the air. You're really thinking about moving with intention, as if you're pushing the ceiling away from you, even if you have no weights in your hands. Keep those elbows relatively close by your side. And just keep breathing. If you got some music going and you got a beat that you can follow with your music, that's just gonna help you keep that heart rate up. But if you find that keeping the beat makes your form a little sloppy or makes you lose the contraction of the muscles, always better to slow down a little bit. Work a little harder. Keep breathing. 3, 2, nice work. Come to the top of your mat. We got our burpees with our mountain climbers next. In 3, 2, 1. So reach or jump up. Belly tight as you come down, step or jump back. If you need to modify, you can be on your knees right here. 4 knees up towards your chest for that climber, and then stand back up. This is one that you can work a little bit faster than those strength moves that we're doing. Challenge yourself. What can you do with the body you have today? Remember, with challenge comes change. So you got to push yourself right here. Whew. Try to keep those hips low as you come into the plank. 5 seconds left. Woo, we made it. All right, next up, side lunges. Reaching down towards the floor in that lunge, finding that front lat raise. Here we go. Weight in your heels as you lunge down. Lift it up in front with control. So no swinging the weight up, no swinging the weight down. Especially on the way down, don't let gravity influence your speed. So maybe even slow down a little bit as you lower that weight. Work to really squeeze those shoulder blades together, especially with this lat raise. Make sure that your shoulders aren't rounding forward. You have this nice big lift right here. 5 seconds left. Can you finish strong with me right here? Awesome. Next up, we've got those straight arm jacks. Back to our cardio moves. I'm gonna step off of a mat. Begin. Remember, if you need to modify these jacks, you can always tap it out to the side, or for a little extra, lift that leg up. I saw my neighbor leave his apartment so I can do some jumps today. Try to land nice and light on those toes. Keep sending those arms straight up to the ceiling and bringing them down back to your chest. More than halfway through. Keep it up, keep it up. You're worth it. We got this, you guys. Yay. All right, next up, Romanian deadlift with those 2 upright rows. Plant your feet and begin. Hinge forward, slightly bent knees, lift up, double row. Belly tight as you hinge. Row it out. Good work so far. We're just 3 minutes away, almost, from a water break. Keep these hands coming right up by your chest. Less than 5 seconds to go. Don't stop though. You made it. All right, come on down to the floor. We're coming into our first plank. First plank is with those shoulder taps for the first tap. Begin. Try not to rock your hips side to side so much while you do these shoulder taps. So think about squeezing your glutes, contracting your thighs, engaging your back. All right, who is ready to hold the plank? Begin right now. Oop, first drop of sweat. Ten seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. Ooh, stand back up. We got those tricep kickbacks. Pull that belly in. Hinge forward. Begin. 5 pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Find one spot to focus your eyes on the floor in front of you. Think about lifting from that pinky finger. Whoa, it's sweaty in here. I will admit, I have not been sleeping well. And we all know how important sleep is to a workout. I can tell you, one reason I'm sweating it up real hard is that lack of sleep. Okay, hit the floor. We got our alternate reach toe taps with a leg lift if you're game. Begin. So reach all the way to the outside of that foot and then lower those heels as close to the floor as you can. Use that exhale as you reach to those feet. Remember, you can always tap down, especially if you have limited space. This is the last move before you get to take a break. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay. Let's take 2 minutes to yourself. What time is it? No. Wow. Make sure you grab some water right now during this break. I am getting sweaty. I hope you feel the same. Promised you cardio in the strength workout today. I'm just going to keep a little lateral side to side step tap going, just to gently bring down my heart rate between sets. So a lot of our moves for round 2 are going to be the same. We're going to make some slight changes. For our jumping jack, instead of going a straight arm overhead jumping jack, this time I'm going to encourage you to add in a punch and a little bit of rotation to work a little bit more into our obliques. And then for our plank, since last time we did some arm taps, this time let's go for either a tap out or a leg lift. Maybe you can even add a tap and a little bit of a glute squeeze as well. Fred, don't throw your peanuts at me. If you remember where you brought your knees in your mountain climber during your burpee, think about switching that up this time too. So if you brought your knees just to your chest, this time either going towards your elbows or going towards your opposite shoulder. All right, we'll take 1 more minute right here. Whew. Good stuff, you guys. I'm gonna grab another quick little sip of water. I'm gonna bring a slightly heavier weight to the party as well. Okay, let's come on back in. Let's get through round 2. We are at that halfway round of our workout. Squats with that overhead press, starting 3, 2, 1, begin. So weight in those heels. Make sure you're using that breath. I have no doubt you can hear me using mine. Make sure you're extending through those knuckles up towards the ceiling, not just throwing those arms up, really pressing. Roar, like you're trying to push the ceiling away from you. It's a different motion if you were pushing the ceiling away as opposed to just bringing your arms up overhead. Just about 5 seconds left to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Burpee with mountain climbers. Make your way to the top of your mat. 3, 2, 1, begin. Step or jump back. Just changing up where those knees are going this time around. Keeping those hips low, coming into the best plank you can. Real fast. Maybe you have to step back, but can you jump forward? 3, 2. You'll find out next time. All right, next up, we have those side lunges. With that front lat raise, I'm gonna switch to my heavier weight. Here we go. So side lunge down, step it in, controlled up to shoulders height. If you wanna work even harder, you can bring it all the way up overhead, get those shoulders a little involved again. trying to keep it exciting in round 2. More than halfway. Stepping out and in with control. So finding the side lunge, you can really press off of your outer foot and come back in one step, as opposed to stepping out and it's too far and you're travel stepping it back in. All right, good work. We've got these punching jacks up next. Get ready to twist that body. 3, 2, 1, begin. So jack, punch, jack, punch. Really think about rotating your hips. Yes, I really did sprain my ankle 2.5 weeks ago. I never stopped moving though. I found ways to keep my blood flowing, keep that circulation going so that I can be back here with you guys today, doing the best I can. I'm still not 100, but I'm here. I'm glad you are too. We made it. Oh, next up we have the Romanian deadlift with 2 rows. Grab your weights, 3, 2, here we go. Flat back as you come down. Make sure you don't want to overarch that back as you lift that weight, so shoulders stay right on top of hips. You can hear me use my exhale to get it all the way up. Leading with those elbows. Extra squeeze of those shoulder blades at the top. Make sure that weight's in your heels as you hinge forward, eyes forward as well. 3, 2, 1. We are amazing. All right, we got our plank with our leg lift this time. And then once again, we'll find that static hold. Begin. So if you can, tap out, then squeeze and lift. Out, squeeze and lift. Still doing your best to keep those hands, palms right underneath of your shoulders. If you need a modification, come down to your knees. You can still find a big glute kickback. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, find that static plank hold. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Create some length. Pull that belly in tight. Stack those heels on top of the balls at your feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, good work. Stand up, tricep kickbacks. I'm missing a weight. All right, heavier weights it is. Begin. Hinge forward, 5 pulses. 3. Let's add in 1 regular kickback. Back to your 5 pulses. 1 kickback. Use that exhale each time you pulse. Oh yeah. 1 kickback, 5 pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds left. Last one. Come on down to the floor. This time we have got a bicycle crunch. Whew. Lay yourself down, get ready to kick that leg out. Here we go. If you cannot kick this heel towards the floor, I want you to kick it up towards the ceiling. Think about keeping those knees as best you can stacked on top of your hips. Try not to bring them in towards your chest or you lose out on some of that lower ab engagement. And the idea of bringing your elbow to the outside of the knee you're crossing to, once again, getting those obliques involved. There is so much sweat in my eyes right now. Way to go, everyone. Coming to the final 10 seconds right now. Then you got a nice long break. 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Gonna give myself a little massage down here with my lower back. Making some circles with my knees in both directions. Now we've got those 2 minutes. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna wipe the sweat out of my eyes. And I'm gonna grab some water. Oh my gosh, this is a lot of sweat in my eyes. Tappa, tappa, tappa. Sweat's actually awesome. It's our body's way of cooling us down. So when you wipe that sweat off, no wonder it comes right back. It is our personal cooling system. But drinking cold water can help cool your body down as it circulates. Cold water is great during a workout. Warm water is great to help with digestion. Whew. We got one more round, you guys. Just checking on a time over here. We're doing perfectly. Congrats everyone for coming to get this workout on today. So much going on this week. Movement is healing, it's therapy. Moving your body is such a great way to relax your mind. You're gonna feel good physically, and it's gonna help you feel good mentally, or maybe you're gonna feel good mentally, and that helps you feel good physically. Whichever way it works out for you is awesome. All right, so just take a couple more breaths. Find whatever stretches feel good for you. As we come into our last round, and then we just get to cool down. Just 8-ish minutes of work to go. All right. Look at that. I'm like an RBG sweat stain. I just need my pearls. Okay. Go ahead, bring those heels about hips width distance apart again. Heels invisible behind your toes. You're just gonna sit those hips back as best as you can. Grab hold of your weights, get ready. Oh, I forgot to tell you that this time around, I'm gonna kind of have user's choice. So you can do any sort of jumping jack that you want. I'm gonna mix it up a little this time for my jack. I'm gonna do a forward jack, and then I'm gonna do my out jack. Didn't wanna jump because my weights were there. Yeah, and then for our plank, this time let's go for a 3-point plank. If you can, 2 or 3-point planks. So just lifting up either opposite hand and leg or one thing at a time. Just cycle through with finding as much extension as you can before we find that static hold. All right, squat start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Weight in those heels. Squat down. Press that ceiling up away from you. Make sure you're not overarching your back right here either in your overhead press. If you are, that means you're probably using a weight that's a little bit too heavy for you. Always important to focus on that form. We don't want to have to correct any injuries later. Sometimes they happen. I'm an example. Anyone who's worked out with me, especially back in the day in McLean, y'all saw my shoulder dislocate twice in 2 different classes. Sometimes that's life. 3, 2, press it up, last one. You got it. Awesome. Next up, we've got that burpee with our climbers, whichever direction you haven't hit, or mix it up. 3, 2, 1. Try to find that jump back or forwards if you haven't today. Drive that knee as close up towards your chest as you can. Get those hips low. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay. All right. Side weighted lunge with that front lat raise. Shoulders roll down and back. Begin. Keep that lift of the chest. Keep those shoulder blades engaged on this raise. Belly tight. Everything's working to stabilize. Feeling a little shaky here in round 3. Maybe you are too. Just want to let you know you're not alone. If so, we're just working hard. That's what we're going for. We want to feel that fatigue. I want you to feel this workout tomorrow. You're welcome. 10 seconds left. Last time of this move today. Give it your all. Find that inner outer thigh working on these lateral lunges. Yay! All right. Jumper's jack of choice. 3, 2, 1. I'm going for that forward and out. Forward, back, out, in. Keep that belly pulled in. My abs are feeling on fire right now. Keep breathing. Just about 10 seconds left right here. Took a break. Finish strong with me. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Romanian deadlift to those 2 upright rows. 3, 2, begin. I know, not a lot of time here between moves. If you're moving a little slower, that's okay. You jump in when you can. Lead with those elbows on the way up, like you're painting up your chest. Halfway right now. Come on, we're doing it together. Changing our bodies one day at a time. If you are not yet seeing any results or the results you're looking for, reach out to the fitness center. We'll create that personalized program for you. Free. Nice work. All right. Last of the planks. Remember, we're trying for that 3-point plank as possible. If you need that modification, it's here on your knees. You're just going to extend out. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Bird dog. I only have my leg bent because I'm limited on space. Which is why I'm just going to bring my hand to my chest. Try not to rock too much side to side again for this one. Static plank. Focus your eyes, slow down your breath. Think about that form right now. Squeeze those shoulders. Keep those hips low. Press into those palms for 5, 4, 3, 2, You made it. Oh my gosh. Stand up. Triceps. Let's go for 2 kickbacks, 3 pulses this time around. Begin. 2 slow kickbacks. 1, pull it in. 2, keep that hinge back flat. 3 pulse. 1, 2, 3. So my upper arms are close by my side the whole time. The only thing that's moving is that forearm. Really stretch those pinkies up towards the ceiling. Feel that tricep fire up. 2 kickbacks, 3 pulses. 10 seconds left, y'all. We got this. Keep kicking back. Yay. All right. Hit the floor. We're going to bring 1 weight with us this time. Changing up that ab move. Bring those legs into tabletop, weight above your chest. Tap both toes down. Or if you got a little bit more strength, you're going to extend out through your heels and then bring it back to tabletop. Don't let those knees come too close to your chest. Don't let that lower back come off the floor. So if you feel that lower back coming off, switch back to these toes tapping down to the floor, or you can always kick out a little bit higher. Last move of the day. If you are not sweating, I have to wonder, are we doing the same workout? Laughing is just extra abs. Keep it up. You made it. Oh man, take your time. Make your way to your feet. Grab some water one more time. Woot, 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 woot. And then we're gonna stretch it out together. Oh my goodness. Uncle Buck, you're just sleeping through the whole thing? That's how it's gonna be? Fine. 1 more minute to yourself, then we've still got 5 amazing minutes to just stretch it out, cool down together. Great, you grabbed a little bit of water for yourself. Awesome. Find your way back to your mat. We're going to come into, again, some of those just side to side lateral lateral step touches with some shoulder rolls. Oh my gosh. I just saw how smutty my back was. It's real, y'all. Let's go ahead and switch to a nice overhead reach. So tap it out and reach, nice and slow. 4 more. 4, 3. Broad chest, so reach it out. Punch on down to the floor. Just punch or reach. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Broad punches. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. To the sky. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work, you guys. All right, let's go ahead, open those legs out nice and wide. Open those arms out nice and wide. Just take a couple moments. Let's open and close those arms. One little extra squeeze and engagement of those shoulders. Great. Go ahead, cross one arm over. Find that nice stretch. You can get a little bit more into your delts if you're able to bring that shoulder towards your chin. Just make sure you're not pressing on the elbow. Open it up nice and wide. Other side. Beautiful. Inhale those arms up overhead. Grab hold of your opposite thumb. Stretch up out of your waist, whichever side you choose to come to. Just find that nice side bend, creating as much length on whichever side you have open, and really work to draw that upper shoulder back so that if there was a wall behind you, you could press both shoulders against the wall. Inhale back up to center. Take a moment, relax those arms down. Inhale them back up. Grab your opposite thumb again. Pull that belly in, reach to the opposite side. Find that openness of your chest, shoulders pulled away from your ears. Inhale back to center. Bring those arms shoulder height. Turn your toes in slightly. Hinge forward, nice and slow on the way down. Bring your hands down to the floor. Right underneath of your shoulders, shift some more weight into your toes. As you get here, feel free to bend one knee and then the other. Find some wiggles in your hips. Maybe even give yourself a little mini cat-cow right here. And then we're going to work to straighten those legs again. Keep your right hand down on the floor. Inhale that left arm up towards the ceiling. One more big breath right here and then change. Beautiful. Both hands down to the floor. Walk over towards your left leg. If you can't reach your hands all the way to the floor, you can always just relax your hands on your thigh or on your shin. The more that you reach over, the more you're really going to feel a stretch throughout the opposite side body and a little on the inner thighs. Let's come to the other side. Feeling a big stretch on the outside of what looks to you to be my right leg. Awesome. Walk those hands back into center. Turn your toes out slightly. Let's just squat down and lift up. Squat down, lift up. 3 more. Squat down, lift up. We're going to try and hold in that squat on this next one when we come down. So squat down, just working on that range of motion in your ankles. Maybe you can bring your hands into your thighs. Ooh, I'm really feeling this big stretch in my ankle that I recently injured. So just do the best that you can. If you need to have your hands on the floor, that's okay. 3, 2, 1. Bring your hands to your thighs. Lift yourself up. Let's once again come into Malasana, horse pose. So one shoulder forward, draw the opposite shoulder back. And change. Let that belly hang down. Round your spine. Belly down. Round your spine. Belly down. Let's bring those hands to the floor and heel toe your feet in closer towards each other. Maybe even heels, toes touching. Take a moment, bend your knees generously. We'll just hang out here in this dangle. Maybe you can bring your belly to your thighs, finding some opening of the shoulder blades right now. Feel free to shake your head left and right and up and down. And when you're ready, slowly, gently roll yourself up all the way. At the top, take a deep inhale. Bring those arms up overhead. Exhale, let's forward fold one more time. Fingers to the floor. Inhale into a half lift. Find that flat back. Exhale one more time, forward fold. Feel free to bend your knees.
Maybe you can come a little bit more into the stretch the second time. Maybe it feels good to bring a little more weight into your toes. Stretch your hips up towards the ceiling, bigger stretch from the back of the legs. Keep that belly pulled in. Slowly, gently roll up. Last time. Inhale, arms up overhead. Find that big stretch through your fingers. And exhale, bring those arms down, however feels good for you. Maybe some rotations through the core. Let's interlace those fingers behind our back for just a second. And then last stretch, bring those hands together in front of you, turn your palms forward, find some rounding of your upper back. Look at this. That's some good stuff, you guys. I hope you're as equally sweaty as I am. I hope you had a great workout today. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out. Remember, if you struggled with any of today's moves, if you have any goals that you need help with, reach out to me or anyone in the fitness center. We will help you figure out how to overcome any physical or mental barrier you have to be the best you can be. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever time it is you watch today's video, and see you soon.